welcome to the BeComE second podcast. I'm Marianne Kallaste from TalTech and one of the partners in the BeComE project. In this podcast, we will introduce with Anna the results of the survey we made in the framework of this project. But before we go to the results, please let me remind you about the framework which we base on our research on. It is entrepreneurship competence framework, which consists 4 competence areas, and every competence area includes several sub-competencies, altogether 14. And the competence areas are self-management, managing social situations, creative thinking and finding solutions, and acting on opportunities and ideas. This framework I'm not going to introduce any further, since in podcast 1 it is described in very detailed way. So you're welcome to look at that podcast. But now let's go to the study. This study was carried out in 2020 and in the beginning of 2021 when we shared the self-assessment questionnaire in all partner countries. And the analysis was made in 2 ways. First, based on average responses, and the second way was based on centered values. And also the results that I'm presenting are based on centered values. The sample was, like you see, consisted of students and employees. There were more than 1,000 student respondents altogether from all 5 countries and more than 700 employees. So let's go to the results country by country. I explained the result based on the values that were assessed lower by students compared to employees. So when we look at the Estonian sample, then the students assessed themselves lower on growth mindset under the self-management competence area. Managing social situations, the communication and personal initiative was assessed lower by students. And creative thinking and finding solutions, the creativity was one sub-competence assessed lower by students compared to employees. In the Finnish sample, the growth mindset, again, was assessed lower under the self-management competence area. Managing social situations, the personal initiative is the sub-competence assessed lower by students. And creative thinking and finding solutions, the creativity, sustainability, and problem solving were these sub-competencies which were assessed lower by students compared to employees. In Italian sample, all 4 sub-competencies under the self-management competence area were assessed lower by students compared to employees. Managing the social situations, the communication sub-competence was assessed lower by students. And under the creative thinking and finding solution competence area, the creativity, problem solving, and planning were assessed lower by students. In Poland, under the self-management competence area, growth mindset and emotion regulation were assessed lower by students. Managing social situations, the personal initiative is the one that is assessed lower by students. And creative thinking and finding solutions, the problem solving, planning, and creativity were 3 sub-competencies assessed lower by students. In Portugal, the students assessed themselves lower on growth mindset, personal initiative, and creativity. These were the results based on countries and comparing the target groups. Now, please, Anna, continue with country comparison.
Thank you, Marianne. I am Ana from the Portuguese team in the BeComE project, and I will talk about the overall results of our first survey samples. So when we look at the big picture, we can see that what happens with employees is quite similar to what we found in the student sample. That is, the highest competences were cooperation, financial literacy, metacognition, and communication, whereas the lowest ones appear to be personal initiative, growth mindset, autonomy, and also opportunity discovery. Moreover, when comparing now each country with the overall sample, we can see that the results are quite similar regarding the highest and the lowest entrepreneurial competences in students, in which cooperation appears to be the highest one and personal initiative appears to be the lowest one. When we look at the worker sample, we also found more or less the same pattern across countries, with cooperation being the highest entrepreneurial competence and the lowest one being opportunity discovery. Thus, from a practical point of view, it is needed to give some attention to self-management competencies that appear to be the most needed competencies to develop and to train, as well as in universities and also on organizations. In particular, regarding the autonomous motivation, the self-emotional regulation strategies, and also growth mindset. It is also needed to work on the personal initiative in the social situations management dimension, and also to work on the opportunity discovery and exploitation on the dimension of acting upon ideas and opportunities. Moreover, it is noteworthy to emphasize that what we see highlighted in green is what we are doing well so far. For example, in metacognition, communication, and cooperation skills, problem solving, ethical and sustainable thinking, and also financial literacy that appear to be the most developed competencies in higher education institutions and organizations, and as such, it is what we are doing well so far. Thank you very much and keep following us on the social media.